Great Gods War prior events. You'll all need to help, but you'll be able to save your friend. He is involved due to the fact that the current group is going to be arrested when they return to El Terrell. As you are holding onto a small tiefling red hand.
Well,
you're going to be escorted, and you're to be seen at the Wolf's Den immediately. Even now, the rest of us deem you as hostile and threats. 2 guards on either side push the doors open, and all of you are immediately hit with blinding light. Great God's War Call.
Well, wouldn't you know? I'm back. Who I'm playing is a surprise, though, so.
Jacqueline Ashriver, at your service.
Hey, the ever so charming Ryder Hopkins.
Rex Service here.
That me? Gopher?
Felix.
You blew it.
Actually,
Absolutely ruined.
Blew it. Gopher, just go. It's Felix. What's his face? Go.
You didn't check if everybody's here.
He was here!
You not here?
Go.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, okay.
We're live.
See, you didn't check, Tyler.
Well, that's Tyler's fault.
Thought
Good
I
job.
did.
Where the players make plans and horribly execute.
I'm the DM. Welcome back to Misrolled Adventures, where the players make plans and horribly execute them, or some
More like the
people
DM makes
walk
plans and
away
horribly
right
execute
when
them.
we're about to start.
It's
Got him.
always the
No,
intro.
or someone comes to talk to me and I have to mute quick.
I
And
mean,
then the
you
DM
had-
doesn't
you-
check.
Well, I mean, I asked. No, I didn't ask.
Strange, I was already
kitties.
gone.
Myself. I'm not lying to myself. I didn't fucking ask. I assumed.
Your
Is he
assumption
upset?
was wrong.
The cat was upset as well. Way to go, Felix.
Upset cat.
Upset Cato. Anyways, so
Yeah, he
we're
deserves it.
live. We're live on Twitch with the Great Gods War for the first time.
Woo!
So this is exciting.
Mistakes have been made.
Mistakes have been made.
You like my first comment?
No, the cat is upset. He's using a scratcher. We are going to be doing this pretty much primarily now. I think at this point, everything is streamed. I don't think we pre-record anything anymore now. Yeah. Do you agree with me?
No.
Man, he
Anyways.
real angry.
Yeah, he's real angry. Come here.
But is he
But-
hangry though?
Probably both. Yeah, wet food. He should be fine. But we're gonna just kick it into here. All the episodes up to this point should be uploaded to YouTube. So if anything seems odd, that go into there. We have 57 uploads of episodes. So this is a long-standing campaign. With that said,
Now
we're
that the
gonna.
self-promotion's over.
Shut up. We are gonna go into the recap. So, where we last left off, the party had successfully saved Gopher's life from his withering curse that was put upon him. After that, they were told just before the ritual to save him that They are effectively wanted for a crime committed in the city of Dragonspear. After some very intense words were said, and stripping them of their ranks within the Order of the Gauntlet and things like that. They were immediately shipped off to Dragonspear to pay for their crimes. Upon getting there, they were basically escorted straight into the city's capital, which is the central building directly underneath the tower that houses the large red crystal. Upon entering the building, they were brought up to several flights of stairs, ending at a golden white door. Double door with light gleaming through the center of it. Pushing open the doors, the guards pushed in everyone inside when everyone was blinded by this brilliant light, but all they could see beyond it after focusing their eyes was the silhouette of a large dragon. And that's
Karis.
where we come into play.
I'm back, bitches.
I came back as a dragon. Yum 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 yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
I must feed.
Hungry. More.
Do I have those that committed this act in my court?
Are we still blinded by a light?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess the only thing we can see is the dragon.
You can only see the silhouette. You don't see anything else in
okay.
this room.
Okay. I guess I'll answer back. Yes. Yeah.
We have arrived to, get our punishment.
Then the gods can leave. At that point, the doors behind you close, and you can no longer see them. The brilliant light has completely left you, effectively in a white void with the silhouette of the dragon.
Black silhouette, you said.
Well, it's because it's a shadow, so it's hard to see necessarily, but I would imagine it's a black figure. In this court, you will be tried and given due punishment for the city and the terrible acts that you have committed. Do not lie, or your swift execution will be imminent. Those directly involved step forwards.
I step forward.
Yeah, I mean,
Groder steps forward.
Them.
Step forward. You're not directly
You were
involved.
sleeping, Calvin. The ghost of Zakaris steps forward.
I'm also here.
I'm back.
Hey, Jacqueline, don't you still have, do you still have a chalet, whatever it's called?
Chalet?
Yeah.
I'm not a druid, so no.
Oh, what do you
Get
do
wrecked, son.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the staff?
Yeah, the staff.
Oh, Nature's
yeah.
Grasp? Yeah, he's got that. Chalet.
He called the chalet was a person.
Oh,
Chalet is...
Chalet's a spell.
yeah.
Shillelagh's the
Oh.
spell.
Oh,
Like, we never actually
yeah.
talk about the name of the staff. We always say, I cast chalet, and then I just
Well,
call it the chalet
On
staff.
Nature's
It's,
Grasp.
it's Nature's
Chalet
Grasp.
stuff.
He never used that. He literally just kept
Yeah.
casting the cantrip Shillelagh on it.
Yeah. So it's now called the chalet staff. Anyways.
Zakaris is rolling over in his grave.
In his stone grave.
While the court and all of us are just baffled and just immediately
The
smite him.
statue of Zakaris underground just shakes a bit.
Someone's dissing my staff.
Staff
It's not even underground, it's in the nine hells.
That too.
As you three step forwards, you can immediately, just in that slight step, the entire atmosphere around you has tightened. Behind you, you can barely even turn your neck. You can't move parts of your muscles. It's extremely taut. As if you've walked into possibly like a cell.
What is this spiritual pressure?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Either that or you're like we're in a gravity room and you're just like, oh, feeling super heavy.
You are feeling the weight of your crime. What you feel is the life that you stole. As the voice speaks, you can feel this immediate push from the words, as if they're just colliding with you as a physical substance. What reason did you have to do this? And what was stolen?
I ask, which crime do you refer to?
The one
That's a bad
involved.
start.
The one involved with this city.
That's a bad start.
Yeah. Okay, look, I'm trying not to lie, so I say something and then it's a lie. It's like, oh, shit.
Trying not to lie, you can't.
Pretty sure he's talking about the thievery, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The spur of the moment heist
Yes.
that you came up with.
I guess I'll believe what I'll just say what Jacqueline just said. It was more of spur of the moment.
They saw valuables and were greedy.
That is a fair estimate. I can accept that.
My involvement was a severe lapse of judgment. Not sure what came over me, actually. I just did nothing to stop them, and I distracted some of the guards. In return, I grabbed a weapon, a very valuable weapon I could not use.
I see. And what of you, third man?
Who else stepped forward?
Go for
Yeah.
it.
He was...
He's the one that stirred the pot.
Yeah.
Oh, I forget that you...
Yeah.
He didn't
thought we
do
met him
anything in it, but he stirred the pot.
Oh yeah, you
I
you
incited
started the
it.
riot, right?
He
You're the guy who was like,
instigated it.
riot!
I instigated. I did everything. It was more so of me being greedy as well, but also
You were drunk.
I was very intoxicated.
You want
Inebriated
to
or
fight?
not, that does not give any form of respite or excuse.
I understand.
But I can see the error and understand where it's from. I accept your words as the truth that they are. And we will finish the judgment here. But before that, gods, you can turn off the lights now.
What?
Immediately following that, there's
That's
this...
tiny voice.
The light that's blinding you gets flashed off. There's like that burn in the retinas that still like slightly lingers. But directly in front of you is this large kind of orange and white room. It's about 30 feet by 30 feet. And directly in front of you is this long red carpet that goes up into steps onto a throne. The throne houses this singular small female who's, I say small, she's about 5'4", but she is sitting. There is a slight circlet that goes up to her head that has these slight horns on its sides and appear to have dragon-like obsidian scales. I'm glad that you all accepted your punishment for that. Well, at least accept those not involved. Welcome to Dragonspear for the second time. We're here because of the thievery of the white dragonborn man that you had stolen from. You can bring him in, and the doors behind you open, and you can see the white dragonborn individual that you had stolen from. And following him, about 15 guards, all stationed with obsidian armors, spears, and weaponry. At this point, that was more of a test to see if you would try to play it off. But you didn't, so there was no further altercation. I find that people are a lot more persuaded to tell the truth when imminent threat is in front of them. So, it seemed to have worked. Anyways, I'm going to require all of you to put every bit of your belongings on the ground. All of you. Not just those in front. You all can actually get back into line at this point. We don't need you to step forwards.
I guess I back up and I start stripping and taking everything off.
What?
Just your possessions. You can keep on your clothes.
Okay.
For the most part. Anything
I just
magical.
look at it and shake my head.
I was gonna just take out my bag of holding. I put everything I have magical in there, and then just I don't know, kind of just bad idea if I just left it all.
What?
Oh, I guess I just put everything I had, anything like valuable, in a bag of holding.
Move your mic.
Move your mic. Your mic is like far from your mouth.
I'm going to put everything in my bag.
It wasn't the
It's
problem.
even, it's even quieter now. What the hell?
Oh no.
One second.
What? Tyler, how did that backfire on us?
I don't know.
What?
How did that
They're
happen?
both like, move your mic, and it got even quieter.
We're dead.
Haha.
All right. Anyways, you put all your belongings into the bag of holding and throw that onto the ground.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way I can do it. I'd rather not dump everything out.
Basically, what's everyone doing? Are you all taking everything off apart from?
Clothes.
Yes.
I don't have a bag
Yeah.
of holding, so
So
yes,
yeah.
I'm just putting it all
Yeah.
down. Like an
Gopher
animal.
does all that and steps back into line.
He just puts his alchemy jug down, just water.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
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 It's the mayonnaise.
It's mayonnaise an instrument.
Oh god.
Get out of here.
Where's my list? Where's my list? I wrote a list of everything that was taken, and I cannot seem to find it. I'll have to find that later. Anyways, overall, what was taken was... What was it again? And the White Dragonborn said words. It was my entire life, first and foremost. They took several hundreds of gold from me. Everything. I didn't have it. They took the knives. They took my mace. Well, I don't see it. And at this point, the guards go over to the bag of holding, open up the top, topple it over to its side, and just pour all the belongings onto the ground.
That's about right.
So everyone
They
took off
find
everything, right?
Yeah.
Pure
Yeah.
junk.
Okay. They go over to the coin purse that Felix put on the ground as well, and open that up, and then pour out all the coin that you possibly
copper.
have. All the coin from basically everyone is all compiled into a single pile. And that appears to be everything. So first, retrieve those that were stolen from you. A lot of it's not here. The potions, those are they don't look to be made by me anymore, but they definitely were stolen. So he takes. How many potions did you have? What's in your bag of holding? Do you have that sheet?
I should probably pull that. Actually, I think I put that in my. I don't think I should have that sheet.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is why I needed everyone's inventory. Which I did not receive.
I told you should have mine.
Yeah, you don't have a whole lot on you. I was talking more about the people who have things.
Okay.
You
He
want
also
my
never
inventory,
asked
Smile?
me.
Yeah, no. What?
Haha.
I asked at the session. At the
Yeah, he
last
did.
session.
Did you hear
And
me?
he sent me his character sheet.
Mm.
Let me pull up his, so that way I can go through. Because yours lists all the party's gold, doesn't it?
No. It has all my gold and anything I haven't split up yet. Which, honestly, at this point is pretty much everyone's gold.
Pretty much. Because there was the platinum that was put in there, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's the important part, that's all. Okay. Few things that are immediately taken. The boots of springing and striding. Those were taken. The goggles of night. Those were taken. The obsidian rapier was taken. Basically, what was stolen is returned, but obviously, since you sold or used parts of them, I don't see everything. Mistress, they do not have them. What did you do with the rest of the belongings?
The mace has been sold. Unfortunately. Yes.
All right. Well, then that will just have to come out of pocket.
If I don't know how much these, I'm not trying to barter for any reason, but if I might offer, these throwing cards were handmade for myself, and enchanted. If you throw them, they will return to the deck. There are 52 daggers. I don't know how much they'd be worth at all, but if it helps.
It would, but I don't think I have any reason to take those from you. More or less, ultimately, you are not going to have enough in front of you here to subsidize your crime. In the city of Dragonspire, Dragonspear, which I'm sure you did not know about, there is a 1-to-1 ratio for thievery. So since compiling after the investigation and everything that was in fact stolen, it came to approximately 4,800 gold that was taken in value. Due to that 1-to-1 ratio, you owe the city as well 4,800 gold. So ultimately, you're going to have to pay off your crime do other business. Majority of would be the obsidian mines, divvied up by the most of you. But what was taken from him is returned. And the cost of the mace and these remaining funds are taken from you. Basically, the platinum and the gold is returned because of the fact that majority of the wealth came straight from coin as well as the mace. The mace was being sold for, I think, 1,800 gold or somewhere around there. So about half of what you had stolen was just from gold coins and the mace. So the party's funds are depleted. I'll leave you with 25, so that way you can afterwards leave and find work somewhere else. But there is still the remaining cost that is left. And of that, it looks to be that there is approximately its full value. So, in order to pay that off, your other work would be to work in the obsidian mines for approximately, since there are 6 of you, 8 to 9 months. And that is divided by the 6 of you. I understand that 3 of you are not directly involved. You are not forced to stay. However, if you do not, then the 3's crime will ultimately it will double. So then they would be there for 18 months. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
I will say it's fair, but at this moment we're kind of on an appointed mission, and 8 months of our time right at this moment is kind of pouring too much of it. We will pay for our crime in any other way, or we'll have to pay those 8 months later. Or if anything, I could work in the mines for that long. No one else here could. They have an important task to do. I wouldn't mind taking the work for myself.
So you'd be willing to take on 3 to 3.5 years of work in the obsidian mines?
That's no problem. I'm an elf. I have a long lifespan. 3 years to me is like nothing.
Right, but the physical labor is the hard part of working in the obsidian mines.
Well, I always wanted to work out, so it'll be good.
I walk up to Ryder. Now is not the time to be a cocky bastard.
Don't worry about it. It's for I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you guys. So, if anything, let me look at the mines. If not, then let us work later until our mission's complete.
I would take your offer, however. We have something else that we require, and I thought it was very ironic, given the circumstances of your crime mixed with this problem that we have just discovered. So, you can bring her in. After some time passes, the golden white doors, open up once again, and brought before you is a woman with black hair, some commoners' travel clothes strapped to their side, is a few pieces of gear, and if you would like to introduce yourself.
I step forward and I bow to the lady, of course. What is the pleasure, my lady?
Well, that talk that we had about a week ago has finally come up. We have before us Ryder Hopkins, Jacqueline Ashriver, Gopher, Rex Rivers. I don't see the other tiefling, but I also do not see another individual who went by Randall.
Randall has left. This is his replacement, Felix. They are friends.
And the woman with him?
Yes.
Okay. But this is that group. So, now that you're all here, I can finally discuss just what it is that we would require from you. When you were stepped forwards and bowed, you also saw all of their junk directly in front of them. Just all
You saw
of their
all
belongings.
of Ryder's.
All the belongings
Pretty
of
much.
everyone. And after some time of sorting through it, those things being taken, they're still just left there, but the White Dragonborn leaves with the accompanying cost of the thievery.
Far more than I've ever owned.
Oh, it's substantial. He had to get a cart to drag out all the coins and everything involved. But, in the years we've been associated with the Obsidian Mines, while it's been both fruitful and bountiful for our weaponry and armor pieces, as well as the construction of the city, there was always the potential threat that we would find a few things that we weren't necessarily equipped to deal with. One of which is, in history's past, Dragonspear was a very large head figure in a certain war. The War of the Four Nations.
But then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
And he is killed on the spot.
Well, the War of the Four Nations, let me summarize, is essentially four powerful leaders had taken reign over this continent after the Great Gods War Primer. Of those four, they began to fight over the potential resources that were unearthed during that war. The four effectively had a singular structure of that was comprised to withstand the capitalism of it, the capital of those nations. And they very quickly became the driving force between the War of the Four. There was Castle Struben to the north, Castle Fastguard to the south, Castle Distrube to the east, and Castle Farbar that was to the west. Ultimately, the victor of that war was Castle Farbar, due to the very powerful it's hard to explain. The very powerful arcane arts that they were able to comprise themselves of. They had large, powerful forces that accompanied them. And it very quickly became a war of attrition between the nation to the east, Distrub, and Farbar. Struben was a city that was not necessarily well endowed. It was very frozen due to its position in this continent, but they made do with fur pelts and animalistic companions. Castle Fastguard was a roving group of Neanderthals. They did not plan, they did not fulfill anything, and as a result, they were swiftly destroyed during the war. I talk of this for one reason. Castle... what was it? It was Farbar. I just closed my notes, which was foolish of me. Castle Farbar was the victor of the war, and laid claim to all of the bountiful resources that accompanied it. Well, there was a moment of time where Lord Kresh, who is was the leader of Castle Farbar, he took too much of a liking, we'll say, to the bountiful resources, and was driven mad. The city that he ruled over stripped him of his power and sent everything that he belonged, as well as those that sided with him, into a tomb that we called the Tomb of the Four. This happened many, many years ago, and over the course of time and generations, the tomb had been lost. The only reason we know about it now is because of the history that the historians were able to write for us, as well as very few who were able to be witness to the war. Well, that tomb was lost until recently. One of the miners in the Obsidian Mines had been collecting ore. During that time, they accidentally struck a certain vein, and that vein awoke a creature that burrowed its way through part of the Obsidian Mine and effectively unearthed the tomb. We did not know of its existence until that point, but at the same time as that, we decided to investigate. We knew that the tomb had effectively everything that the once ruled king, Lord Kresh, held inside of it. The crown that was initially part of the war, and the spoils of said war and nations. It intrigued us enough to go in. Well, we took great caution in it, because we weren't sure what was going to be inside, as it had been several years since it's passed. Involved with that, very few came out, and if they did, they were not of this right mind. They were very different. They did not act the same. They did not act as people should. Well, normal people, I should say. I don't include that of your actions. But the groups that were sent in, they talked of rattlings, clapping, surges of water, and the collapse of several passages. They also spoke of voices that they were hearing in their heads. Ones that told them to take it all, to take everything from them, to take everything from all those that they were near. Because of that, we decided to stay away from it. And slowly over the course of time, we've been sending some people to attempt to cure the place. We don't know what it is. I've come to the conclusion that it is a curse of Lord Kresh. And that's why, over the course of years, we've been sending other prisoners in there to try to resolve the problem, or at least to find some solutions. Nobody has been able to do that. And of the prisoners that we've sent in, nobody has come out. We still hear the clapping, we still hear the groaning, and we still hear the clattering and rattling of rattles of bones. But apart from that, we have nothing else. We don't risk sending in anybody that's of worthwhile to us. Which is why we've decided to be sending in other people. You wish to bring up something?
So you've been sending in people with a curse who have no training to deal with a curse. You essentially just been killing them.
Well,
because you don't want to deal with them.
We've had high hopes. But,
you need a cleric for a curse.
well, to at
That
least
is why I am accompanying you.
At least we get a cleric. Now
This
we
is
have a
your-
shot at least.
Yes, this is your one option, apart from spending 3.5 years in the mines, Ryder. If you go in and successfully find the problem, as well as cure it, then we will absolve you of your crime. Anything that belongs inside of there is ours. Anything that belongs inside of there is the city's. If you do take anything, you must return it. Which is why we are going to be taking any belongings of yours that we deem unnecessary for this. Your bag, that of multidimensional space. Your coin sash, that also does similar. apart from that, everything else seems to be more or less equipment for you. Whether you claimed them through natural means or other thievery is not our decision to make, or our real jurisdiction. If they were stolen, I would assume that they're going to be found out eventually anyways. If they weren't, then good for you. You have some morale. Or morals, rather. But this is all I have for you. Ira, your crime is much less substantial than them. If you would wish, you do not have to accompany them. I was giving you the option. Your crime would involve only but a month's worth in the Obsidian Mines. But I also know you were looking for them.
Yes. I will accompany them. I would like to try my hand at breaking a curse.
I feel uncomfortable.
For the time being, Ira, we have taken those that we're going to be researching in. I'm sure you understand in reference to what I'm talking about. But you will have your gear as normal. But that was a curious object, and we had not bared witness to it, so we're going to investigate it further.
As long as it doesn't get broken, do what you please.
Very well. Thank you for your transparency. So, your current task is to go to the Tomb of the Four. Inside, you will possibly find horrors that are very uncommon. We do not know what you will be witnessing. But, to be honest and frank, that's not exactly our concern. You will be traveling directly towards the Obsidian Mines, accompanied by several guardsmen who know the location of the tomb. And as far as I can understand, Nassim, correct?
Forgot he was with us.
No, he's not with you. He's on the boat, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
He's only here to supervise the circumstances, so he will not be accompanying you into it. He is more or less there to ensure that you do not try to escape.
I honestly thought he already left.
Oh no, you need the ship to get there faster. Otherwise it would take several weeks to travel to the tomb. And I would much rather you spend only a few days to get there versus the few weeks. If you have no other statements, then I suggest you leave. It's going to be arduous and possibly time-consuming, so I suggest you hurry.
Well, then I start picking up my things. I got no way to carry most of this now, so I guess I'll just pick up what I need.
The rest of it can be stored here. We'll hold on to it, unlike you.
Let's see. Think what I need. We don't need much.
You will not be supplied with anything, so I would suggest food and water would be pretty important.
Yeah, taking all my rations I have left. I mean, what I can hold at least. My weapons, my armor, my dust loot, my magical weapons.
The
The
obsidian
shovel.
rapier was the one that you enhanced, wasn't it?
Yeah, my own rapier. Yeah, my silver, the one I enhanced with silver and then with magic.
Okay. So yeah, the +1 obsidian rapier is gone. Or no, that wasn't a +1, it was just an obsidian rapier.
Yeah, it was just obsidian.
You just grabbed it because it was cool.
You grabbed it because it
Yeah.
was another rapier and it was obsidian.
Yeah, pretty much.
The decanter of endless water is gone.
Yeah, okay.
The goggles of night gone. Gopher's shoes, I'm pretty sure were gone.
Are the shoes magical, or are they just stealing his shoes?
The shoes were magical. They were the boots of springing and leaping, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You there.
Give me your shoes.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll grab my ring. I'll take my rings back.
Can we at least have a pair of shoes for him?
You do have 25 gold to your name. You can go purchase some yourself.
Shoes for. I'm able to grab everything, right?
Yeah, you got all your stuff. As long whatever was just stolen was basically taken from you.
Yeah.
I don't think I held on to it because I
No.
didn't have the mace.
You,
That was the only thing I wanted.
No.
Tyler, you know what I'm going to leave behind though?
What?
I'm going to leave back all the slings behind.
You're leaving, but okay, you're such a piece of shit. You're leaving behind a bunch of rubber bands and rocks, and you're taking everything else.
I mean, they said to take what we need. They would store the rest for us.
Oh god.
Wait, he said slings multiple. How many did he have?
Like 30.
Yeah, 20.
Why?
Because I was
He
using my only
slings
long-range
that-
weapon.
Can we?
He was obsessed.
Why didn't you just have one sling? Why'd you have 20?
Because he's terrible with using
Because
slings, and
what
they
he
break
would do
every
is
time
he
I
would
use them.
throw the entirety of it instead of just the rock.
Yeah.
Can we just go sell all those?
They're worth nothing.
Sell.
They're a rubber
Yeah.
band and rocks.
Yeah.
Do you want a piece of copper? I'll give you a copper for them.
Is
One.
that enough to get go for a basic pair of shoes?
With 20 copper? No.
I mean, I do have iron buckle and a chain shirt.
I have my old shoes though.
Do you not have any more shoes?
You probably just held on to his shoes unless you got rid of them.
Oh, I still have my old shoes.
He might have been talking about Gopher.
I was talking about Gover, but yeah, you have your own shoes, your normal basic boy shoes.
Oh, I still have a regular backpack too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
everyone
people,
started.
most people have carrying devices.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
you-
you had a super carrying device.
Yeah.
And now that's gone, you're like, oh yeah, all the basic bitch shit that I had before.
But they hand a small satchel of 25 gold pieces to you, Felix.
Oh yay. You know, I'm regretting my life choice to come with you guys at the moment.
Smited.
Well, if that's everything, then leave. We have other things to take care of, and I hope to hear back from you soon.
My lady, where may I find my belongings?
We while you were brought in, we've had someone go and fetch them for you. They'll be waiting outside the room for you.
Thank you. And my turn to leave.
Follow.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm following you. I'm just doing some management right now.
Some inventory management.
Yes.
You better bring the shovel.
Yeah, I'll take that with me.
I have a hammer.
Don't you still have the
Good.
no? Do you still have the 5-foot nail?
I do.
The
Alright,
5-foot
could I-
nail that you didn't repair because it has character.
And then I repaired it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, because I also had nails on me, so you know, that's how probably how.
Yeah, I have my
fixed it.
railroad spike.
I also take my dad. Okay.
This road spike that is basically a weapon for Jacqueline at this point.
Improvised.
I mean, at least that we have a hammer and chisel.
True.
Very big chisel.
Might also. Well, no, it wouldn't be able to be used as a crowbar. Never mind.
Don't we also have a crowbar?
I actually think we do have a crowbar. I feel like Ryder has the crowbar.
I did. Yeah.
Because it was in the bag of holding.
Yes. So I guess I'll take that with me.
Woohoo!
So Ira, and so the three that are leaving the room, or no, I guess everyone's following, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't say anything because I was like, it's assumed that we're all
Yeah.
just leaving.
Ira, when you step out of the room, you can see that a guard has effectively hung everything up against the wall. Your sword, the pelts, and the especially odd skull on the ground.
I quickly make my way over to it, and I pick it up and I examine it to make sure it's fine.
It doesn't look like it's been damaged at all.
Good. I quickly gather my things like a predator, like watching over their food.
Jacqueline, I don't trust this person.
From my bag, I pull out all of my cording, and I tie a bunch of like long hanging strands of this blue cord from like all over my arms, and I fasten a small metal pendant, like a hollow circular thing with a 7-pointed star in it, to my left wrist, and I hang the skull from my hip.
A real Shakespearean maiden.
This this person was looking for us in particular.
You said my sword is there as well?
Yeah.
Okay. It explodes into fog and goes into the skull.
Yeah.
A cloak with a sword.
I mean, like,
Yes.
Jacqueline can't say anything. She has a fucking floating purple candle. So if she'd be like, "Oh, that's weird," no.
I mean,
Odd choice of attire there, but okay. Accepting
I have
just
a candle.
odd choices.
you have a skull. I can't
Yes.
say anything.
I do have a skull. It is.
And you have a book that talks to God.
I was actually
Hey.
going to point.
That you say that like it's made out of dead people.
The
See,
sea is
the book made of
bound
just
from the
pure
meat of
magic.
other races.
Anyways.
I was gonna have Jacqueline literally be like, "Okay, so we have someone who doesn't talk much that wears half a mask, a drunk who has a dodgy past potentially, who is also a sailor somehow." Like, I was just gonna list everyone we have, and it's like, and this person's weird to you? Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you, if you or anyone else, try to come and find us?
I mean, you've been found by the city.
Your arm is not your own.
Anyways, what's your plan? You gonna go buy shoes for Gopher?
I just give my old shoes to Gopher.
Are you gonna buy new shoes for Rex?
He still has his striding and leaping ones.
I'm gonna go buy some Jordans.
Yeah, he's got. You guys had
Jordan.
2 pairs of the striding and leaping ones. That's right.
Yeah.
In
I
the
thought you sold them.
no,
Oh.
No, we
I still
got
have
the other
those.
one for Gopher.
Yeah.
That's
what
the
it
thing
was.
he wanted.
That's what it was, right? So yeah. So Gopher,
Unless
you
you wanna-
you have Rex's shoes, which are kind of small.
17-year-old, right?
Just a little bit small on you, but they're shoes.
Shoes.
They'll stretch out. You feel?
You just make them into sandals.
Just rip off the
I
top.
cut off
with
the
a
toes.
Velcro strap.
Oh god.
Yeah, sorry, I turned your shoes into, into Velcro.
I
He's
was more thinking
intimidating
like a
from-
flip flop.
He's intimidating from the top and has a lightning sword and then flip flops. But
Don't worry.
It's your guys' own fault. He used to
that'd
have
be really
boots.
funny.
He used to have boots.
He
All
would
right,
complete the look of vagrant.
it's happening. Those shoes have now been turned into flip flops.
Board shorts
down
and
with it.
flip flops.
Gopher rocks flip flops now.
Socks with sandals.
Some standards.
If we weren't
Flip-flop
already a
standards.
ragtag group of. Under my breath, I just go, "The Queen of Zakar reduced to tomb raiding."
Says the Queen of Zakara, who helped rob a man of his entire life.
You didn't
You
even have
always
like a
bicker
door
this much?
left off.
Yes and no.
It all seems to come from you, so I'm just not certain.
It certainly all stems from one point.
I see. I will.
Usually
keep
at
this in
another
mind.
point, I point at Ryder.
And I wave.
Yeah, it's all.
So, before
He
we
is the source of
move,
every bad decision.
do you guys think that place they're sending us to has something to do with the experiments that we found out in that house?
No.
Experiments we. What are you referring to?
What?
With those.
Ryder, we're going to a long buried tomb. Why do you suddenly think that the dragon cult is researching there?
To clarify, Jacqueline, he's in reference to the creatures that you found under the house that came to life.
Yeah.
The one that's burst through the walls. The gourds, as they've now been called.
Oh.
Who knows? The cult could maybe made a base. It could use it as a hideout. But again,
A long buried tomb sealed away years ago that only was recently opened?
I'm
to knowledge,
going,
yes.
I'm going to make no assumptions. Our
Yeah.
job is to go in and hopefully come out. Whatever we find there.
Yeah, you're right. Well, with the little money we have, should we stop and get something?
And what do you.
Well, anything that could help us.
25 gold gives very little outside of food.
Yeah, I still have a whole bunch of our rations, so
How much do we have?
30 pieces. So, we still have a lot, but it would last us maybe a week.
We could try for more rations.
And we probably should stop filling up our water skins from now on.
I look over at Gopher, who I know has an alchemy jug. He's like, he
What,
doesn't have to.
you haven't been?
I always had a water skin, but I never needed it because I had the canteen of endless water.
Wait, I don't think. Did they take my alchemy jug?
No.
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 That was
we
bought
do-
at
Yeah.
Waterdeep
Yeah, that's it.
by selling the mace.
That is
yeah.
what the mace became.
Forgot about that.
So I never thought that'd come back. We have to rent out the alchemy jug to him 3 times a week now.
Oh. We actually have to open up our own tavern to sell stuff to make the money back.
He was paid the rest of the gold by the city.
Yeah, and now we're working it off.
Yeah, now you're
Pretty
just
much.
working off the debt.
Yeah.
Not like Tails, you don't have tens of millions, but you know.
And at least it's not millions.
Millions and millions.
That's
What are you
really
guys
odd.
doing?
I'm just
I
going.
don't think I will be well known in stores, so maybe you guys should go buy the rations.
Welcome, you mean?
Welcome, thank you.
Oh, you'll be well known, all right.
Oh yeah,
I
I'll be
feel
too
like
well known.
I'll feel like I'm going to be the only one who isn't well known.
Well,
I'm
you do
going
have the
straight to
money,
the
so
Rex goes to the ship.
How many rations do you want me to get? Because we also need money to get out of here.
that's true too.
Because I don't think they're going to be willing to. From what I understand, is Elturel's just leaving us here after we're done.
Well, we'll be fine for a week. I think we'll buy rations if we need to, but right now we'll be okay.
We're not going to buy rations in a cave.
We're gonna be okay. And when we come back, if we need more rations, we'll get more.
Well, here's a better question: does anyone else have their own rations?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be fine.
Well, he's not with us, so you didn't hear him say yes. he left with the ship.
That was both an in-game meta and an in-game question at the same.
Yeah, because Rex wouldn't have been able to reply because he wasn't there.
Yeah. But has anyone else been keeping their own rations?
I have a few, but not enough.
I have a few as well.
Gopher.
You see him chugging away.
Glug glug.
Jordan, never do this.
I have just a
by the
couple.
way.
Yeah,
That
don't
was a
don't do
poor
no.
decision.
What? I was drinking.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare, Jordan.
Get your head out of the gutter, guys.
It just dribbles out.
Alright.
So, wait, it's Gopher. You gonna answer the question?
Yeah, I did. I said I have a couple.
Okay. So we all have some rations, and then we have 30 backup. Okay. I think we're good to go for now.
Good
to go for?
Go for it.
Jordan, we
Jacqueline, why have you reduced yourself to a rider's level?
no. I've always been at Riders.
Just not it.
I just don't show it publicly.
Alright, let's go back to the ship and let's get ready. The faster we do this, the quicker we can leave.
Yeah.
Well, really. The faster
Either
I
that
leave,
or we
the faster I
die.
leave.
I leave to the ship.
We all go to this shit.
Dickhead.
She's all snotty now, but when she's like, I'm the next heir.
I think we're all just taking out our aggression on Ryder right now. Felix definitely is.
Well, as the rest of you get to the ship, Nassim, Rex being a little bit ahead by like a minute. When you get to the ship, you can see Nassim and a couple of the guards that were brought along are there. So what's the damage? Did everything go well? Did anybody lose any fingers?
I show up my hands.
This is to Rex, not you.
Oh, right.
He shows up his hands.
They're all dead, it's just me!
It was awful.
There was a dragon.
Nobody knows.
It ain't Felix just cause. He did it to torment Ryder.
The worst part was it didn't torment him.
Let him talk.
Okay.
You can ask them when they get here.
All right. Well. Fine, I guess.
Fine. Yeah, I see.
After the minute.
After the minute.
You guys all show up. Ira, when you follow them, you can see that there is a floating ship. It's hovering off the ground by maybe a foot with a ladder off to the side. And it doesn't have a sail. It has like back fins, but other than that, it has no propulsion.
What is this?
It's our boat. Get on.
It's a flying vessel. It's how we get. It's how we used to get around. For now.
At least someone sensible can answer me.
He is not sensible in the slightest.
I was talking to an adult, not you.
Get fucked.
I climb on board.
Gopher's Gopher's turned on.
I was like, oh, it's not drinking time now. Tyler's dead.
That was fucking... Ooh.
Savage. Good lord. Get cooked.
Well, then I guess I'll just go on the ship next.
Alright. Basically, people get onto the ship.
Yeah.
Nassim is there with a couple of the guards. And also following you is a couple of city Dragon Spear Knights, the Obsidian Knights. Hop onto the ship as well. It's a red dragonborn and a blue dragonborn individual.
Do I recognize either of these two?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Fred and George.
The guy was playing with his dice.
No.
How are they out somehow every single race?
You would know that the dragonborn that you were involved with is primarily in the city's detection or detectives. So they primarily stay within the city or go out in search of other evidences.
So chances are I'll never run into them unless there's like a meeting or something.
Yeah, you'll probably never run into them unless you're in Dragonspear, intentionally looking to find them. But as the rest of the guards come on, Nassim looks. All right, so what's going on? Are you being arrested?
We have been tasked to find and is raid a good word?
No, we have been tasked to go and
retrieve the
Walker?
riches of Dragonspear
one
from
at a time,
the
all right?
Tomb
For
of the
fuck's
Fall.
sakes, you guys are talking over each other. What?
We have been tasked to go to an ancient tomb and lift a curse on it.
I can't even play the game when I try.
Anyways. Great. Then, what are these two? Who are they? We're gonna be taking you to the tomb. All right then. You know.
I feel like Nassim's even a little intimidated there.
All right.
Colonel.
Well, you'll be taking them to the tomb. I'm just gonna be hanging out here. So. Talk then. Anyways, on we go.
Alright, Gopher. Take the helm. And then these guys can point us the way to the tomb.
Nassim, didn't you get taught how to fly this?
No.
How are you gonna get back?
You guys are coming too.
Wait, we are. I thought we were getting our asses kicked out.
No, you're not getting kicked out of the city. You're just having to return to explain everything.
Did nobody actually listen when he spoke?
He made it sound like we were just being dropped here and then to deal with our problems.
That's your own pessimism, not his problem.
Well, you can leave if you want afterwards. We just have
Why
to
is
bring
everyone
it back.
whispering?
I don't know, and this is why this is weird. Moving on, Gopher. If you could drive to... He looks over to the Dragonborns. Just head towards the mountain over there. Head to the mountain over there. I'm gonna go below deck. Peace.
Okay.
Go. Okay.
Can always count on him to be a team player.
He's the same from the last time we met him, at least. And I'm pretty sure you didn't like him last time we met him, Jacqueline.
To be fair, I think she's indifferent to most people.
All right, Gopher takes off.
Woo!
And you start making your venture there. You know that you were told that it's going to take several days to at least get there. Is anybody doing anything during that time? Ira?
Oh, well, I will most likely attempt to get to know at least half the people here.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try to actually do the same thing, but instead of half the
What
people,
a
it's just
goal.
Ira. So what are you in for?
What are you in for?
Littering. Unlike you fucks who stole a man's life.
Fucking jaywalking or
Oh
some
my
shit.
god, that's literally your crime, littering. I mean, it's only a month offense, so it could be small.
I threw a bone on the street and I got arrested for it.
I got
Sounds
suppose
like
we
I
need
had a
dice to
bone
play,
to
huh?
pick with you.
Good God.
Right. Well,
I'm a roll the dice, and I'll see who I talk to.
Uh-oh.
Why does this list that? It's not the title.
I make my way towards the helm.
All right, making your way towards the helm. You can see that they are there. People are wandering about.
Excuse me, you are Gopher? Is that your name?
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Just like, I'm imagining Gopher now, just like at the helm, just trying to look as masculine as possible.
I'm flexing.
Like,
I'm flexing while holding it.
Oh, that's me.
Are you all right? You look stressed.
This is affecting
I
the
think
ride of the
I'm
ship.
the bestest I've ever been right now.
that's true.
Just off in the distance, like Jacqueline's just playing around with her card like she usually does, and she just looks up like, oh dear lord.
This is the best I've felt in a good while. So.
You see me was saying, "Go for it, Gopher." I'll play with my
For it.
DOS loot and go for it.
Are the rest of them always like this?
I'm normally the quiet one of the group, and from observing them, it's like this most of the time.
I see. Well, quiet though you may be, I suppose, like talking to the quiet ones. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Then
The
you
loud
should
ones
talk
often
to
have-
Rex.
The loud ones often have too much to say with very little meaning behind their words.
You must be talking about Ryder.
I
This
don't know
one
who that is.
spits hot fire.
Is that the elf man?
Yeah, that's him.
See.
People normally steal.
Gopher, get off
Gopher?
there.
Gopher died!
Did I?
Yeah.
Ship's
trying
trying
to-
to
Knocked off the ship, apparently.
Yeah, fucking dragon came by and
was
swooped me.
taking control of the ship while we try to save Gopher now.
You got smited by your own hubris.
You know, to be honest, I forgot what I just said, so we'll just,
Only
I go lie.
Like a true drunk.
Yeah, that's how okay. I was like, he's drunk again.
Nice.
So Ira, as you're talking to Gopher, suddenly he just like zones out, looking forwards, looks at you.
Wow.
Oh, hi.
While still piloting like an expert, by the way. With like one hand.
I'll leave you to it.
You see him drooling, but he's like still like,
Don't hesitate to ask if you need help with anything. I see you have sandals. Interesting choice.
I had to make do with what we had.
Okay. I will endeavor to make some socks, I suppose. Stay warm and all that.
Oh, I'd be grateful for that.
I smile and I quickly leave. Very quickly. Almost like a full sprint away.
rap, yeah.
Smile.
It's like
I make my way over to that elven fuck.
Oh no.
that fuck.
You see me there playing with my DOS loot and
True
also
words have never been
looking
said.
at it with the missing mark.
Are you well?
Ah, never been better. And I smile.
Why are you lying? Don't lie.
Lying? Huh. Lying is really the only thing I'm pretty good at these days, but now, yeah. Oh, been through a lot.
I should point out, isn't he still under the Tiamat stuff?
Yeah. So,
He is physically unable to
Do
lie.
you remember
lie.
what I? You literally cannot lie to others of
Oh,
the.
that's still going on.
That's
right.
still going on for at least another
Yeah.
5 days.
Right. Then
What
I'll
was-
change up what I said.
What was mine again?
Who left?
Max?
Gopher?
No, Gopher
Gopher.
did. Gopher. Yeah, there
You
he is.
broke the stream.
Broke it all.
Oh man,
Actu-
everything's just going terrible with the crime and everything, with all my items being gone. But besides that, at least we have someone new with this party, especially beautiful face.
I'm flattered, but don't make any move.
Oh, I won't. Not anymore, at least. Especially what happened.
Shadows dance across his eyes.
As I play a note on my DOS loot.
Are
Anyway,
you?
your name was Ira, if I recall.
I am Ira, yes.
If you don't mind, if you will talk to me later tonight, I would like to have a word with you. About something more private.
I also have to have a conversation with you,
With me.
I believe. We can
Alright.
talk about this later.
Right.
Yes.
So just to clarify, of the things that are currently in effect, Jacqueline, your Constitution score has been halved, which is why
Oh,
your
right.
health,
Oh.
which is why your health is so much lower.
That's why I had my health set at 40.
Yeah.
Just 40, that's how much I have.
That's still a substantial loss. She lost like what?
Half a health, didn't she?
Well, not half. It's like
My
Fourth.
yeah.
yeah.
So, Ryder, you cannot ask a question and can only give factual statements or answers to everything and everyone.
No, I thought it was only females.
That's a different one.
Oh.
That was the one that you got cured from during the ritual.
Wasn't it where he had to do anything a female said?
Yes. That one was the one that we kept secret initially, and we only told everyone because it didn't really come into play.
Right, yeah.
And Calvin's is the one that all knowledge you have is lost. Memories, faces, goals, proficiencies, they're all gone. And only a faint remembrance of those closest to him exist. But he does not know their names.
Yikes, you guys have been fucked up while I've been away, holy shit.
Yeah. Wait,
Yep.
Can you repeat mine again? It's like,
You cannot
Yeah.
ask questions, and you can only give facts.
Mason, I just want to tell
well,
you.
So
crap, I can't really
technically-
talk to her tonight then, can I?
You can't. Yeah, you can't ask. Anyways, you were gonna say, Jacqueline?
Mason, I just want to tell you that the one before this that we did get cured of, I was basically undead.
You were undead.
Oh,
I was.
She
Yeah.
she couldn't feel the sense of her own vitality and was cold to the touch. She counted as undead for the duration, and she did not know her maximum hit points. So I would keep
Yikes.
track of them for her.
nice.
Yeah.
And then a random of Calvin's stat determined every day dropped to 1.
Yes.
You know?
So at one point he lost like all of his constitution and had, I think, 12 health.
He had that's about right.
Anyway,
But yeah,
Wow.
because yeah, he lost like 35 hit points or something.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
My way over to this supposed queen.
She's just playing a card game. She's doing something with metal cards on the deck of the ship, not looking at you or anyone for that matter.
Hello.
Looks as if you startled her.
Alright, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude.
Oh, my apologies. I get fairly caught up in. Anyway. Hello. Ira.
Yes.
Right. What do you wish?
I simply wish to make introductions.
Ah. At this point she stands up. And she puts on the full show. Ah. Nice to meet you. My name is, as she bows, Jacqueline Ashriver of Zakara. It is good to make your acquaintance.
I bow back. Pleasure to meet you as well. I have met very few nobles or people of higher standing, but you seem to be amongst the best of them.
I was very recently appointed queen after a certain event.
I see.
Anyway, I am the last of my family.
I'm sorry to hear that.
However, and I've been tasked with one other thing, but we must make amends here first. And I assume that you are here to be very helpful?
I intend to be. Whether or not I am remains to be seen, but I hope to be.
And I see you have already made yourself acquainted with our driver, with Gopher and Ryder, yeah?
Yes. They are odd, I suppose.
Interesting is an understatement.
Yes, that would be the right word.
Quite. You'll find that a lot around here.
I see. I have yet to meet two others. The quiet one, who never speaks. And the one who never shuts up.
I see you've learned more. More from just observing than from ever meeting them. But welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Could I interest you in a scarf? Do you wear scarves?
A scarf?
Yes, I like to knit. I like making things.
Oh, that's why you're gonna make him socks. I see now.
I would not be against a scarf.
It all makes sense now.
Any particular color?
If she's not already wearing her dress, she pulls it out.
I see.
This color.
All right. I smile. Maybe we can play some cards later.
Perhaps. I smile back.
I scoot off to go find Rex.
I continue I continue playing solitaire.
Of course.
Yep.
You're gonna find me. I'm downstairs in the corner looking at my bracelet.
Oh,
You're quite a hard man to find. I've spent the past, I don't know, hour looking for you.
and hasn't talked to Felix.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure. It's all mine. Isaac, Irene, Isaac,
Ira, are you
Ira.
okay? You seem out of sorts.
I don't know.
You know what always helps me when I'm feeling scattered and lost?
What is it?
I like sit down on my knees near him, I guess. Sometimes meditating helps relieve mental anguish. And other times magic as well, but hopefully it doesn't lead to that.
I'll give it a shot.
If you would like to join me.
Are you gonna start meditating?
Yeah, I'll just chill there and meditate for a while.
I guess I'll meditate as well.
And that day a bond was formed.
For Teeler's sake, my meditation isn't as straightforward.
Really?
Who would have thought? While I'm sitting there, though, is there any way I could pick up on any exterior forces at play here? Because like something's obviously not right amongst these people.
Make a religion check.
Oh boy, I do love religion.
I figured.
That is 25.
So you would know that. Well, you would understand that there is definitely some outer force affecting them. You do not know the name of who would be affecting them or what would be affecting them, but you can definitely tell that it is something of the mind that is physically affecting them to a great extent. You can see it in Jacqueline and Rex especially. It's because Jacqueline's body looks to have gotten frail while Rex has clearly lost his mind.
I see. Who have they made an enemy of? I keep note of this.
Yeah, alright.
That's all I got.
Alright. Are you avoiding Felix?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That explains a lot.
Can't be cold and then be friendly. That's not how this works.
Yeah. Alright.
Right, you did give him that 3rd degree burn earlier.
I can still feel the burn. I need a burn heal. It wasn't even for me either.
You got backlash of it. Got reverb.
Shockwave.
The ship had to like correct itself for a second.
Like,
No, but
Gopher's drunk, driving.
after about 3 days, you find that the ship has been traveling.
Oh, wait. We gone by days? Because I was gonna talk to Ira at night. Alone.
Okay.
At night.
At night.
Without being able to ask any questions.
at night.
No, I really have to think about how I say these stuff.
Yeah, because
I'm
yeah.
also gonna summon my familiar. So-
Wait.
For what?
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
If I use message, would that work?
To talk privately?
Talk normally.
No,
No.
because you still have to form the question.
Alright.
Well,
I have another. Okay, I have another idea. Might be risky, but gonna try it out.
Because with message you like whisper.
Yeah.
You're gonna try the rings?
So anything I say, correct?
Let me look at what I wrote.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like we all know what you're talking
It
about.
specifically says you lose the ability to ask a question. So writing it
with
down
that-
is not gonna work either.
No, not that.
The
I just
rings.
gave her the ring, and then we talked telepathically.
That's still
You
talking.
lose
Yeah.
the ability.
You still
Yeah.
can't ask a question.
Yeah. Alright. Then
There is
I'll
another
really
way
have-
around this, though.
Yes.
You also become very bad at Jeopardy.
Fail because there's hosting Jeopardy on the front of the ship now.
What it?
What? It would stop you at the
Right.
word "what."
Yeah. Raises his hand, just goes.
No, he wouldn't. He would just say everything as a phrase, not a question.
Yeah, factual statement.
Wrong.
Anyways,
What can I help you with?
I have questions that need to be asked. That I can't ask.
I see. All right.
To talk about the curses in the throne room, though, that was a weird topic to talk about, because
Yes.
we have curses. Telling and talking about it seems like a nice idea, if I don't think.
Yes. It seems you cannot be straightforward with me. What happened in this throne room?
Well, we did some robbery, and we took a lot of stuff.
In the throne room?
Not in the throne room, with a traveler at a tavern, if I believe correctly.
I see. What did you steal? Is that why you're here?
Yes, it is why I'm here, and we stole, like, a very valuable mace, some gold, and a rapier, canteen of endless water, goggles, shoes, and that's why I'm pretty sure you saw why one of our adventurers had weird footwear.
His sandals, yes. I have started working on his socks. They are bright red. I pull out a pair of half-knit socks.
Oh, these are beautiful.
Thank you. Normally I have assistants, but it's just myself for now.
I can see Jordan's cogs whirring. Like, how do I bring this up?
Yeah,
Without
Oh, you saw the
asking?
smoke too?
Yeah. This is a hard one to get.
Yeah.
This is a hard one to get. Ones that limit
If you
talking
are-
is like the worst.
Other stuff I heard in
Can
the
I just
courtroom
point
too,
out?
about how like other people wanted to talk with us also was another thing I heard about.
If you are unable to ask me questions, why not tell me to ask you the question? Say, I want you to ask me about blank. Make it a statement, not a question.
Alright, why don't you let me ask you about how you knew us.
How... What? How I know you?
Yes, because you said you were after us. You were looking for us.
I was looking for you in particular.
Me?
That's
Yes.
a question.
Oh.
Me.
Me, myself, and I.
Oh god.
I am he.
Moi.
What?
I like the idea of him going me, myself, and I better.
Just looks you straight in the face. Me.
I was...
Myself.
When I arrived here, on this place, I was met with a creature, not unlike a woman, an old woman. How do I explain this to you? She was misshapen, wiry hair, hunched over, evil.
Do I know who he's talking about? Oh, she.
Make a history check.
What's my history? And I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if
Yeah?
you yourself
Okay.
remember, then. But if you yourself do not remember, then this is the history check to try to remember.
Yeah. Ooh, 18. Am I proficient in that?
I mean,
no.
yeah, jack
Yeah,
of all
18.
trades. So
18.
okay. Well, you would recall that description to be something similar to a creature that you have seen back at the tribal camp. One that threatened to rip out your tongue for saying a word and was inside of a tree. The hag-like creature.
Yeah. I got it now.
Okay.
Sounds to me you found you were talking to a hag. That's very dangerous.
Then I should be thankful that I was unharmed.
Yeah, because we just got our buddy Gopher there off of a curse from a hag himself, and now he's feeling 100% better.
I see. Is that what he meant when he was white-knuckling the wheel and making strange faces?
I he was doing that before and after the curse, so it's working. So don't really
Maybe I
know.
should pester him later.
So much bravado.
What do you know of these hags?
They're very strong with magic. Honestly, I don't know too much besides the one that attacked Gopher attacked him in his dreams. And the one we ran into back at a tribal camp was concocting black flask for the cult.
Black flasks.
He re-
I left one in the care of the mistress. Our benevolent dispatcher.
I see. I'm guessing the one at the court. No, I can't say that. The one at
woman.
the courthouse.
Yes. The one who demands authority, her. I left her one. That was given by the hag.
This is tough. Make it into a statement, though. Wait, questions and like demanding something on the same thing, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like demanding something, being like, "Tell me what you know."
No, like what Lynn told me to do.
Yeah, they're not.
Because oh, they're not. Okay.
That's why this has been working so far.
Okay. Ask me to ask you why you're seeking me specifically, and what it has to do with the hag.
Why does he keep adding a double?
Because he needs to, technically.
Is that the
About the
loophole?
hag? You've confused me.
You said the woman with silky hair told you to seek me.
Yes. I do not know why. I do not know who she has allegiances with, if anybody. I was just told to find you. This other hag you met. Who did she work for? Or work with?
Now I can't remember. Was it with was it with like Josa or was it Fumalida?
Neither of these names mean anything to me.
Well,
Make a history
there you
check.
go. Alright, history check it is. Another history check. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
All right.
Wow.
They were directly involved with the cult, but you're not necessarily sure if they worked for somebody. You know that they worked alongside them, and
I thought she was saying something like making potions for someone, and then she said that name.
she said she was making them. Okay, so I'm trying to remember myself too. Okay, so because initially you had somebody had lied about their affiliation and said that they were here for, I believe it was Zakaris. He was there to pick up. He was there for the delivery for the cult, and she said a name, and that name was Langdedrosa.
Yeah, okay. So to say, Lake Josa, that's all I know.
Is that name supposed to mean something to me? Who is
How
he
am I
with?
supposed the cult? And how am I supposed to know? I don't know if he does have something to do with you. I don't know anything about you. Besides what I heard about the curse in the courtroom.
What is this cult?
Cult of the Dragon. You never heard of them.
I am afraid not.
You can't ask that.
He stated it.
Cult of the Dragon? You never heard of
No,
them?
he said you've never heard of them.
Yeah.
He did not ask a
okay,
question.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well then. Oh man, do I really explain every single thing? I would do what Conrad does.
The meta beam.
Yeah.
The meta beam.
Boom. Now you know everything.
Meta-knowledge
I talk for hours. I'll just say that because it's probably a lot of shit to talk
Probably a
about.
lot of shit to talk about
And then
with no questions involved.
yeah, yeah.
Doubles
You know,
the time.
I'll roll a performance on that. See if how long it takes. Cause of
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Roll for number of hours.
Performance is 22.
It's fair. It's still a lot of information, but you're
Yeah.
starting to get the hang of talking without asking and
I hate
giving
this.
factual statements. So
Yeah.
a lot of it sounds almost robotic, but it works. It still takes several hours because of the amount of information it is.
I guess the only thing I don't tell. Oh, what was the name?
Ira.
Ira about it's about our curses then because I guess technically that doesn't have to do much with the cult in a way because it's more Tiamat. But I guess it does do with the cult.
I suppose it's adjacent, but not technically part of the cult. But it's still under the whole umbrella of Tiamat, so...
Yeah. It's like a branching off of Tiamat and then us.
It's like the steering wheel to this car is its own thing, but
It's like the shopping wheel on the cart. We're the useless wheel on the shopping cart, and everything else is Tiamat, the cult, and the good guy.
This analogy is awful, please stop.
Okay. And that's whatever I can tell.
I have several questions for you.
I'll answer them honestly.
He was lying there.
Uh-oh. He died.
Oh,
Are you devout? Religious in any sense?
I was, until I gave up my path as a clerk.
I see. Who did you worship?
Drem.
you have not heard that name.
I do not know who that is.
A useless guy that sleeps. He has sleeping abilities.
And you
And-
worship this god who sleeps.
And if I remember correctly,
is
somewhat
very
trickery,
lazy.
but not really. Really, what I got from him was a lot of drowsiness. But as I gave up my path of the clerk, I lost my connection,
I
obviously.
see. This is a topic we shall discuss more at a later date,
Yes.
as it is quite in-depth. Now tell me, what is wrong with all of you?
Oh, we've been bestowed a curse from Tiamat.
Excuse me?
We all have boons telling us what we have to do to complete a task, but we decide to fight against her, and now she's giving us a curse every few months. And this curse, I have to tell the truth and not ask questions. The other ones are, I'm pretty sure I don't know what it is, but I can tell it makes them not look good.
I take like a half step back and like the lightest mist starts to like coil off of me.
Holy shit, man!
You have made
Let everything out.
quite the enemy.
He has no
yes, we
choice.
have, and that's why we're fighting against her and doing what we can. And we're trying to
Do
get rid
not-
of this curse
I
in
take
any
a
way
walk.
possible.
I just take like a quick lap just around the ship and I come back.
Okay, bye.
Might
I
I
just
say
keep messaging
something?
all
Yeah.
these facts too.
What's up, Jake?
That right there embodies the phrase, do not ask any question that you are afraid of the answer. If you cannot handle the answer, do not ask the question.
I just keep pointing at her and keep sending her messages and keep telling her more facts.
I get it. I understand. I understand.
Get out of my head!
I have enough voices in my head. Just please.
Oof. Oh, good lord.
I come back, calm down, nice and chill again. So, what do you know of the Raven Queen? The goddess, the Raven Queen.
Does Ryder actually know anything about that, or
Make
no?
a religion check.
All right. Where's my religion? Is
Probably bad.
it's okay. It's okay.
Can I give him the help
Oh my
action?
god.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Well, I might not need it.
Well,
but-
actually, this is intelligent based. I wouldn't say you can realistically help with intelligence.
You know that goddess? You know the
Yeah,
Raven Queen?
that one. You know that.
You know that goddess of
18.
ravens.
The Raven Queen. Her.
18.
She's a
I'm
very
doing
nice-
really well today.
18? Okay. You would know that the Raven Queen is effectively like no.
Show
She is
respect.
effectively like the goddess of death. So she despises creatures of undead nature and embodies the livelihood of
Why?
like when someone dies, that is effectively a blessing.
But she doesn't like dead stuff though. Like,
She
oh,
doesn't
okay, so
like
things happen.
reborn
Things happen.
death.
Okay.
She
Gotcha.
essentially facilitates the passing of souls.
Yes,
She's
Okay.
Hades.
Okay.
pretty much. Like that's yeah.
Well, from my general knowledge, all I know is God of Death likes people passing on, hates undead stuff. That's all I know.
The natural order of the world.
I see. One final question. Do you trust me?
Our first meeting, hearing you were also in trouble with the law, got me a little skeptical, but something about you reminds me of a certain character that we just lost. I don't know what.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but you guys
Yeah.
seem connected somehow. Weird.
He was a close friend of mine. And,
Where is he now?
well, I'll tell you this. This Raven God will probably be happy that what happened with him.
I see.
Mm.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was a revenant. Anyway,
In my notes, I put down Zacchaeus had a good death. He had a fulfilling, meaningful passing. In no way, shape, or form was his soul stolen and brought to the nine hells. He passed peacefully and normally. The order of the world has been upheld with this soul.
Yo, we might want to retcon that because he just lied his face off.
Yeah. Real
No,
hard.
it's his own idiocy. It's fine.
yeah, it's just Ryder being Ryder.
It's just he doesn't know things.
I won't say I fully trust you, but I trust you enough.
That is understandable. Since you have been so forthright with me, because you can not lie to me, I shall endeavor to be truthful with you, now and going forward.
Well, I appreciate that. If so, I want you to take this. And I hand her the ring.
So he hands you effectively this small golden ring that has these white speckles completely covering and encompassing it.
This is
But
not
I-
a proposal, I swear.
What else would it be for? That is the sole purpose of rings, is it not?
My cat needs.
It is it is a magical ring that we could telepathically communicate with one another, and also we could it will help strengthen our defenses, and we'll know about each other's whereabouts
Very
if
useful.
we're close by. This belonged to my dear friend, and since you remind me a bit of him, I thought it'd be good if you had it.
Well, I thank you for entrusting me with such a memory.
Well, again, anything for a pretty face, and I wink.
Please don't.
I know. It's just my nature. But alright. I think it's late enough. I'm gonna head to bed.
Oh, I would like to offer you a warning.
I'm all ears.
In case of... So when I wear this, you'll be able to hear my thoughts, correct?
Only if you send them to me, I guess. Yes. I'll be able to know.
know. Let me know if you hear anything that is not me.
I'll let you know. Just don't forget to attune to the ring.
Of course.
And I hit the bed. An elf sleeping. You see an elf sleeping and not meditating.
You are the first elf I've met, so
Oh.
this is now the norm.
Who is this person? I have so many questions.
That you are forced to not ask. Oh, I'm so happy.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Oh, that's awesome. Is anybody
So,
else
Tyler-
doing anything?
Tyler, just in case you missed it, she asked me if I hear any other thoughts with the ring attuned to me.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I waited till he came back.
Okay.
Oh, that was incredible.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Excellent job role playing that out, though. That I'm certain was not easy.
Yeah, the statement stuff were the
You
tough because it
could
felt like there was
hear
no
his
questions, but they weren't.
You could hear his gears melting.
Me and Ryder's head are just smoking right now.
It's basically more like he can't ask somebody a normal question in a hasteful situation.
There's just smoke and molten metal pouring out of his ears. 'Cause the gears
Heat
are
metal.
Tell me if you're okay.
Felix is just passing cure wounds on his head constantly. I can't stop it. He's dying.
Go on, brain, work. Heal.
Oh, Christ. Alright. Is anybody else doing anything during this time? Ira?
I at some point summon my familiar.
Okay. So you emerge out. What is your familiar again?
It's a sprite.
Yes. So after some time, people who are still awake can see Felix preparing this ritual, lighting a little bit of some essence, and summoning forth this extremely small sort of creature with pedaling wings. Those that from the Feywild would remember a few things other than Jacqueline, because she forgot her memory of the Feywild. So I guess the only ones remaining would be Gopher and Ryder. Ryder who's passed out, and Gopher is flying the ship.
Yeah.
Gopher, you recognize that this creature is a sprite.
Did they even see a sprite while they were in there? I thought they only saw the Minotaur and the one thing.
Well,
The embodiment of spring.
Gopher saw a few things due to his visions.
I thought there was only those two there. Nothing else showed up.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
but
tell me you went to the Feywild and didn't see a sprite?
they were just part of there, but doesn't matter. Regardless, you would recognize this creature as a small elvish creature. Fey creature. At the very least, Fey creature.
Okay.
Nassim doesn't bat an eye. The other two that are up there are basically just keeping vigilant watch over Gopher and then also the direction of the ship.
I'm gonna go over to Nassim and Nassim,
Yeah.
would you like some lessons on how to fly this? Cause there is a chance we aren't coming back out of that tomb.
Yeah, I suppose it'd probably be important in case you guys die. Yeah.
Much as
Yeah.
I'd like everything to go well, I'd at least like you not to get stuck here.
Yeah. It's a valid point. All right, yeah. I'll take some learning. I know that you weren't involved with everything that went on over there, so Sure, I'll take some knowledge from you.
Yeah.
So you're just training Nassim on
Yeah,
the workings of the ship.
during the trip.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything else? Because if not, we'll
I'll
fast
pester
forward.
Gopher a bit.
I mean-
Ooh woo.
I probably asked Jacqueline for some help with my shield training because Briders and Rex are not helpful in this scenario.
Well, if you're going to be training Nassim, you're not going to have time to be training on the shield. To get to the state of being proficient with shields.
Oh, I know. It's whatever time I'm gonna put in. I assume my entire Nassim isn't gonna willingly stand there for days on end with me.
I mean, he's not doing anything else.
Haha.
He just sees Ryder jumps off the ship. No, he's escaping.
No, he's escaping.
Oh
He's
god.
escaping
Hard turn the
the
ship.
world.
No, he's escaping. Oh wait.
Oh no, he's
He-
dead.
He
Oh
technically
no.
he could survive the fall.
No, he can't.
30d6.
He has the DOS loot.
It does have
Doesn't
that.
it have slow fall on it?
It has
Has fly and levitate.
Also has fly and levitate on it too.
Now, whether he thinks about it and has time to strum it before he meets the ground head first.
Oh, I can cast fly. Oh.
Oh yeah, shit!
Anyways. If Jacqueline would like, then you can work on training.
I'll do what I can.
People have been leaving Rex to a corner. Rex, you can feel a presence behind you of a small woman. You do not know her name. But you would know that she's been accompanying the other man that you don't know. Are you okay, Rex?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I would suggest sticking close to those around you. We're all here. He's basically being patronizing towards you, but more endearing way. We're all here to help.
She's trying to be caring without knowing how to be caring.
Mm-hmm. And without even ending the conversation, she just turns and walks away. Felix, I wanted to bring up something. The group is in some trouble, as we can kind of see. Maybe before going into the tomb, we wait until they are fixed.
We can try, but typically as soon as they're fixed, they're also back to having issues again.
Well, at least there's a time where they're normal.
Yeah, we can
I'm just saying because the only reason why we didn't wait before was because, I mean, Gopher was dying. But now we're not really on a time constraint. We can just wait.
But, I mean, we're also not sure how long gonna be on flight. We'll see when we get there, because they could be fine by then.
That's true.
And it's been completely on cycle, correct? All this stuff.
Yes, it's been every time. It's been a week, and then with like an it's only lasted at most a week, and then there's after that it's an approximation between 7 days, which has been the earliest, to 12 days, which has been the latest of when they're normal before another effect happens.
I'm just honestly a little worried that we'll be down there, and another effect will happen in the middle.
I mean, I would hope we're not down there for a week.
I don't either. But I mean,
It's just an idea. We can talk to everyone
Yeah.
else too.
This is going to be a very hard stretch of time.
Well, I'd have to agree. It's been a long, hard stretch of time since we've been here. I'll let you get back to learning how to hold a shield. And she...
and teaching Nazim in between how to fly.
One hand, a book telling him about the aerodynamics of a ship, and the other hand, a shield where Jack was just beating on you.
I mean, I think no better way to train with the shield. If I can teach someone else something else while blocking, I'm quite proficient.
She just starts with punches, and eventually you have to block her fireball.
Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. There's a lot more
Jacqueline
people than me with
that.
Just half the ship is on fire now.
Anyways,
Emanating from me.
Is anybody doing anything else? Ira, you said you were gonna do something with Gopher again?
Just bother him. Just, keep him on his toes.
Some
Finish his pair of socks and Jacqueline's scarf.
Okay, yeah. Easily enough, considering you have time. And oddly, even though that you're flying through the air on the ship, it is very stable and stationary while traveling, so you're able to very easily maneuver the needle and the thread. If we're not going to do anything else, we're going to fast forward to the moment that you find yourselves pointing in the direction of a large mountain-like structure. The bits and pieces of the outer exterior have this sharp, blackened glass-like texture. And you can hear, even from this distance, the clinging of metal on ore. And it's extremely loud. You do not go that far, though, as the two Dragonborn individuals point. Bring us down over there, where that waterfall is.
Okay.
Taking you down towards that, you can see that there's this almost bland-looking small pond. It's only about 30 feet in width, but it coasts down these steps and comes to an end just at that moment, even though you can clearly see the waterfall is continuously pushing out water.
Hey, Tila.
Yes?
Don't you need to make a character icon for Aura? Lynn's new character? Ira. Yeah, Ira, thank you.
Yeah. I can, I've got a token I can put in here.
Calvin's character is the one that can't remember names. Not you.
But
He just can't do that in general.
as see that. The ship coasts slowly down towards it. And you find yourselves at a waterfall. And that is where we are going to take our break.
No! You fish.
So thank you everyone for coming in to see the stream of this. We are going to be back in probably about 10-15 minutes, so that way we can get a good break. We'll get some food, drinks, and bathroom breaks, things like that.
Get up and stretch.
Get up and
Hell yeah.
stretch. But we'll see you again on another Misroll adventure.
See ya.
Bye bye.